Anyway.
No, Grim actually has self-control unlike the rest of us. So, recap?
In a moment. Wait for the stream to come up.
Okay. I have more lifesavers.
And that's going to be the start of the stream. Go ahead with the recap.
Perfect. So we made Alifax made a deal with the Black Dragon that I will come back when I am capable to free him. If I don't make that deal, it might go very poorly for me, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. And in exchange, he gave us the information we needed to meet or to find the people who were there when Kaida's mother died. And it apparently is the Dragonborn monk that we met a while ago. Don't remember his name, which is fine, because Alifax never met the fucker.
You also forgot the name of the Black Dragon, didn't you?
I absolutely did. It was something Death Reaver or something like that. Alifax also made a deal with the party that will get him the Spelljammer at Adventure's End.
No recollection of that. And again, wasn't there.
Might not have been there.
I don't think you were there. Alifax made a deal with the party, barring any objection from the party, that he specifically would bargain with the Black Dragon for an exchange of information. Basically, he would, at the point when he's able to, would come back and cure the disease that is afflicting the dragon and turning it into solid gold. And all he wanted in return is that the party had no further use for it. He wanted access to the Spelljammer so he could use it to fulfill his dream of exploring. The dragon's name was Calvarius.
Oh yeah, Calvin.
Oh, God.
Yep, Calvin Orion.
I'm glad he's solid gold again.
Yeah, so Alifax will at some point have to come back and use a wish spell on the ancient black dragon to free it. Or kill it. Well, maybe kill it after the fact, but we'll see. And the person that we need to go find is the monk from a while ago. I believe that's honestly everything.
I believe so.
It's weird because that was an actually useful and detailed recap instead of a shitpost. That's because we had somebody who actually needed to know what they missed.
All right. Well.
So do you lot have any way to access this? We have teleportation. Do you have any way to get back to this monk quickly?
I believe we left him a chest.
Well, that'll do it.
Yes, we can just go through some chests.
Let's be on our merry way then.
Well, are you guys traveling out of here?
We do have a teleportation helmet.
We're gonna hitch a ride on some giant eagles. Wait, that's
Wrong
the
kind
other
of lava
campaign.
flow. Who has the teleportation helmet? We need to get back to the boat.
I believe that was the rat.
Probably one of the people who's definitely paying attention.
God damn it, we'll never find him if it's the rat.
Yeah, I do have the helmet.
Well, were you paying attention?
Yes, we are going back to the boat because we are going back to the dragon monk because he is the person who was there when helped kill Kaida's mother.
Had to make sure we got all the bases. Why is my screwdriver bent? No, I'll bend it back later.
This is not the LTT screwdriver. For $69.
Okay, just going to put this out in the open. Wouldn't it be a cruel thing if it was just that one black dragon we also had to kill that was out in the frozen wastes?
I thought that was a white dragon.
I was gonna say we didn't kill a
I know we
black
did
dragon
kill
in
a
the
black
frozen
dragon.
wastes.
Yeah, that was over with the elves, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He
That was-
been dead.
that was the one that we then used his death, or well, his disappearance to manipulate an entire civilization.
Yeah, it was Kaida's fake daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that was probably about the most evil thing I've ever done with one of my characters, but also those guys' lives improved drastically from it, so I don't know if it counts as evil.
It's like the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus, you know?
Well, I mean,
It's-
Allender did it entirely for his own gain, but they benefited from it, so I think it's still evil, but like...
it's all right. We keep them locked in the one door.
You did it for your own benefit, therefore evil.
I mean, they're not exactly locked in there. They can leave whenever the hell they want. It's just, why would they?
See if they can figure out the puzzle.
They're not dumb. I mean, like, we figured it out, so I feel like they will. He probably looked it up on fucking riddles for 5-year-olds.
He's laughing because he did. I hope you all know that.
There is a square hole in the door. There are several objects on the ground. How the fuck do we open the door?
We'd
Put my
still
cock
open it
in.
with brute force.
We use the circle key.
That's right, the square hole.
Does it fit? I make it fit.
I roll strength.
Rolls a 33 in athletics. Does it fit?
It fits now. Oh, God.
Anytime the DM tells you
Unfortunately,
brute
the door
force...
is now broken.
Remember, kids, anytime the DM tells you brute force is not the solution, that's just a challenge to prove him wrong and break whatever he had planned.
All right.
But do it anyway.
So you guys are going to teleport back to the boat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You
I feel like
guys-
Ben is very
you guys
familiar with
had
the
picked
monk's
up
place.
Barry at this point, correct?
Yeah, he's with
Okay,
us.
good.
Yes.
He was here during the conversation regarding the Spelljammer. And Halifax selling his soul.
And then during that particular conversation, I would use the time to talk to everybody about my needing and wanting to go and figure out what's going on with the daughter of
What's her
the
name,
man
John?
that I'm. Hang on a second. Volva Amora.
That sounds dirty.
Good lord, hang on. Amora, I'm pretty sure it's Amora. What is it?
It's Demora. It's definitely Demora.
Damora.
Oh, that's... He's messing with you, John. That's the wrong character.
That was Cameron's character.
Yeah, that was an old character of mine.
I know that I know it rhymes with. I made it rhyme with something, but now it's been like 2 weeks.
It's Avari. Her name's... I just remembered it's Avari. I was trying to remember what you were...
Right.
Yeah, it's Avari.
That's right. Avari.
Oh, Jesus. I just realized I'm so logged into my
Ovary.
boss's line on the phone. Whoops.
That's right, because it rhymes with ovary. Ovary, Avari.
God damn, that's a bit of a stretch, John. But yeah.
I would have gone with Safari, but sure.
Ovari? Come on, just because I'm from the West Coast doesn't mean you gotta make fun of me.
It absolutely does. But that is... I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it
not
does.
because you're from the West Coast. It's because you're
Hey,
you.
hey,
but-
hey, now when I say West Coast, I don't mean Florida. I don't mean West Coast of Florida. You know, don't get me mixed up. I mean West Coast, like, you know, the cool West Coast.
Yeah, like San Francisco.
Touche, my brother. So I will be with you fine folks for the rest of the day, and then at that point I'll find a good jumping off point. I will also leave a way to contact me in the future if anybody is interested in the tales that
No. I will
I
need
wrote-
some. I will need
Go
a
ahead.
writer whenever I get back from the far reaches of space to chronicle everything for me.
Ooh, we will have to definitely be in touch. But as I said, I definitely need to. I made a promise, and I feel this is something that I need to figure out on my own. I've
As
come to a
concerning
point-
as that is, it's respectable.
Well, I've come to a point in my life where I need to face the, as we bards say, I need to face the music and do the right thing for one of the first times in my life.
Don't try and
Uh,
face the music around your daughter. She might try to stab it.
Hey! One minor. Okay, never mind. Fair enough.
I think for bards, it's not face the music; it's go on Mori.
Oh,
I don't know that one.
It's the one where the people are like, "You are not the father."
It's that show about people.
yeah. So
Basically, if
we
you want to
need
watch people scream at each other.
Oh God.
He can do that by just going to any decent sized
Fucking
city.
Marriage video.
Let's go to a family reunion for that, actually.
So yes. So we need to do something, big to close out the final chapter. It just can't be, and then bury my cockner.
Well, you'll be getting a vibrant conclusion to the end of one of your friend's stories, as it seems this was Kaida's primary goal. And I might have some interesting spells for you to see. They haven't been written down or documented anywhere in, well,
I have
a few millennia.
perfect way to weave that into a suitable ending.
The explosives.
And a good epilogue as well. If I'm using that word right. Fuck, I hope I am.
The
I
end
believe
of
so.
the story.
Yeah, epilogues takes place after the primary end of the story and just wraps up a few things.
Got it. I are smart. So yeah, so that's my shtick, guys.
Please, I do not want to see your shtick.
Your
I
shtick.
understand that you're not going to be able to function without me. However, I have good faith that you will.
Were we functioning
persevere.
with you?
Of course.
I'm
At
getting
the
a
highest
call. I
level.
will be right back.
Sure.
We don't need your non-functioning shtick.
We were operating like a well-oiled garbage fire.
Yeah. I will be back momentarily.
Sure.
Well, John, I did make 71.
Oh, hell yeah. Very nice.
Do you notice things seem to die super easy?
I was gonna ask if this felt I don't want to say nerfed, but I do. So I'm just gonna say it. Does this feel nerfed in comparison to True WoW?
Yes.
Or not? Okay. I was talking to Dawkin about it earlier today, and he said, some of it feels like face rolly. And then I thought, well, maybe it's just the gear that I have, and so I went out with my, he's wearing blues, but it's not fucking raid gear with enchants and gems on it, and even he is blowing through shit.
I will
Like,
say
I'm
my
72
normal
and in Shelazar Basin. That shouldn't be.
my normal experience with Wrath is usually coming to Northrend in or around level 68.
Right.
I can't necessarily say that this feels nerfed,
Yeah.
but definitely feels easy.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. We're hoping that the like the dungeons that we've been doing, we have been mowing through them, and we're hoping that the heroics are gonna be like a real challenge. But right now, the stuff that we've been doing, we're blowing through.
See, I don't
And
really
then,
know on that one because I was, I've played Wrath so long that
yeah,
heroics, even on like a fresh 80, were not
right.
all that challenging for me.
Yeah, I can see that.
So some of it is just, wondering if it's my natural familiarity with the system.
Right. Yeah, the big thing that I noticed is, to me, it feels like things are dying a little bit easier than they were in True WoW. Like I've been fishing, and I'm in an area where, in Shalazar Basin, where I have got a crocodile right there by Nessenwary that occasionally fucks with me, and it's level 77, and it's red to me, and I'm still killing it with relative ease. So that's the big thing that I've noticed, and I don't know, maybe it's just because hunters are so much stronger.
They
But I
are
guarantee it's
strong.
not because yeah, but I guarantee it's not because I got that much better. So anyway, you're back, Grim.
I am back.
Welcome back.
And now we need Grim. Grim's out of practice, so he'd be a perfect gauge to tell us.
No.
So let's see. I'm gonna save you. I was wrapping up the last of that
So we just got to get him
Little-
a subscription.
little speech thing.
No.
And then, Graham, focus on my voice. I'm with
We force him to play.
you. And then
We do that whole "we got this for you" just so you join us.
Nope.
Now you're obligated to.
No.
So, Graham,
Yes.
what happens next after my little spiel and we teleport? Or is it the ball still in our
The
court?
ball is still in your guys' court. You still have to get to the temple, which, I mean, you guys have a quick way to get there. Who all's going? I assume all of you.
Mhm.
Certainly am.
You know what they
Technically-
say about assumptions?
Yes. Fair enough. You owe me for the lifeline, by the way.
I owe you for so
I'm
much.
just
That's,
kidding.
it's
No,
not
no,
much
no,
of
no.
that.
It's so
He knows I'll
then
get compelled for
would
it later.
I would say to the party then. So where do we go? What is next? I feel a little out of the loop. I had my head is still a little bit with the conversation with my daughter and being worried about her mother and all of that. I feel a little out of the loop. What is the next step? Where do we go from here? As I rub my hands together and I seem antsy.
Well, Ben's like, well, we could either do we'll call it the Dover special, where you just kind of walk in and start attacking everyone for the place, because I could just teleport us right to the front door of that place too.
Well,
We've
I mean,
been
there's
there.
only one guy there, and we were going to question him.
I believe I believe we had an agreement last time, Kaida, that you would speak with the man before we acted.
Yes, that's what I just mentioned.
Good, thank you.
Yes, we were going to
So-
speak to the feather, and we have a fancy way in.
So no killing as I
Through a
sheath
box.
my sword.
Not yet, Theodore, not yet. We're going to talk to the man first and figure out the actual truth of the matter. Yes, forgive me, Kaida, but I do not trust your father as far as I could lift him.
Oh, well, neither do I.
You do have counterspell on standby, right? Just in case he starts getting fireball happy.
Now, that's not going to happen.
Yes, I do.
No,
It'd be
that's-
lightning
Not
ball.
gonna-
Kaida, you are perpetually prepared to fireball everything in sight. I have counterspell on targeted on you at all times.
It would be lightning ball.
Exactly.
Either way,
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
It's like you don't even know him.
Why did Barry just multiply on my screen?
oh dear God, no!
Oh, did I drag it out? I'm just,
He's bec- He's
Oh, dear God, no,
reproducing
he's launched
asexually.
my from run.
Right.
Hold on.
God,
trying to
for
open
somebody
my-
who
I'm trying to open my character sheet, and I'm pretty faded, so I'm struggling. Give me a second.
We
press
don't
shift
need
and double click on the
Barry
token.
multiplying anymore.
Oh, I forgot about
Look
that.
how the last time went.
know,
That's very true.
Yeah, he
I
tried
gotta
to
say-
bang it.
I forgot you shift double click and it'll pop your character sheet right open.
Yep.
I'm faded, so of course I
That
didn't
is the most
remember.
useful thing as a DM when you have like 30 things on the board.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So anyway,
We blow up the moon now.
does
Well,
that sound? I don't know. Does that sound like a decent step forward? You guys going and quote unquote talking with this guy?
Why do you say that as if we're going to do something other than talk to him?
I just want to
Well,
talk.
you haven't been around that long, have you?
That is fair.
Mhm.
I've had decent interactions convincing you guys to talk to
We
people
are
before.
going
Take a look at
Fair
have you
enough.
guys-
Fair enough. Fair enough. However, this is us we're talking about.
You raise a valid
Yes,
point.
for once we have someone a lot more sane.
Surely you don't mean you.
No. I
Apparently,
believe the good
same
chap.
person's no longer sane anymore.
I believe the good fellow is speaking of you, Halifax.
Ah, well, that is
I believe
debatable.
you're speaking of you.
I think my sanity is in question, considering I decided to willingly join you all. But
Well, given
all
the
in the pursuit of
context,
science, I suppose.
look at the company you
Back-
keep, and
Back in the war, I passed all of my mental health exams.
How long ago was that war?
Yeah, now those mental health.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I absolutely do want the answer. As a matter of fact, I think I have the answer already. I've studied that battlefield.
Yes, the answer is PTSD. Yes.
No, you don't get PTSD if you are the traumatic event.
all
I mean,
right.
considering how many war stories he tells, I'm pretty sure he's the traumatic event. Not for anything he did, but for the fact they had to fucking listen to him.
I wonder what happens if I literally just delete all those memories from his mind. That would be an interesting experiment.
He would just disappear from existence.
Oh god, he's just a living war story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need. Uthik's in his prime state of mind. That's all we fucking need.
Yes, before the war fucked me up.
He's willing to use weapons, but he becomes significantly less effective as soon as he picks up a sword.
Are you guys going straight to the temple, or are you guys needing me to drop you off at the boats first?
I see no reason not to just go straight to the temple.
Yeah.
Are you guys teleporting in, or taking the chest?
Take the chest.
Well, I mean, we had to teleport back to the chest anyway, so why don't we just teleport in?
Know what? Fair. That actually saves us charges and a little bit of time.
Doesn't really save us charges. Is one charge to go back to the boat or one charge to go there?
Yep. This just saves us time.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have been here, and you remember the layout. Where do you guys want to teleport to?
Right?
Probably
Question
into
is,
the-
where does the rat teleport us?
I was going to say, I'm not driving.
Ben?
Rats, where do we drop?
Question is, does Ben remember the layout? Kuranoku?
Quiet!
We're going to throw a shoe at him.
His door's not open, so I'll have to walk around. Hold on. I yelled at him. He might be dead.
He might be.
'Cause I don't
If
see
not,
light.
He's
either.
gonna be.
There he is.
She took him out. Ben,
Yes.
are you alive? First off.
Yeah, I thought I heard footsteps and was losing my shit and realized it was people outside.
The party has decided to teleport straight to the target. Do you know where you want to teleport them to in the building from memory?
The room with the fire in the center.
Kaida has fond memories of that room.
Not the one that smelled like
Oh
shit.
boy.
The one with the forge?
The cooking room.
Forge.
The torture chamber, yes.
Yeah, that one.
Ah, the one where y'all pissed off Tiamat?
No, that was a different area.
Not that one. I would have said the one with the statue if I was talking about that one.
You're talking about the room with the forge, not the room with the fire pit that got filled with
Fecal matter.
Shit.
Where Kaida picked up his fancy bow,
The forge.
crossbow.
Gonna wait for everybody to load in, okay? Then I'm gonna shift ping everyone to it. You guys see where it is?
Yes.
Put your tokens down. This is ironic because this is actually where he was right now. So
It's like he's just relaxing, doing whatever it is the fuck he does. Pop. What the fuck are all you doing here?
Hello there. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting you.
when you guys enter the room, you see Artorius is currently has a file and he is sharpening a very large scythe.
He's got the sharp stick.
My friends, it's good to see you all returned. And nice to meet you, newcomer.
My name is Halifax. I've heard you are Artorius.
That's correct. To what do I owe this honor? As he's sitting there, he's sharpening the scythe.
Kaida. He's kind of dead.
I'm muted. Fuck.
That'll do it.
A little while ago, we asked you about about a dragon, a group of dragon hunters that may have been hunting this dragon. And you said you didn't know the dragon or the group. We didn't have a name back then. Do you know the dragon Calvarius?
Ah, yes.
I believe the suffix was Deathbringer. Very edgy.
We were hunting him for a long time.
Did you happen to stumble across a home with a dragonborn woman in it?
Perhaps. Why do you ask?
Well, you see, Calvarius is my father, and the dragon hunters killed my mother.
Is that so?
Yes. And for the past 20-some years, I've been looking for this group. Turns out, you may have been part of it.
I was. I see
Well-
you are missing some details here, though.
Well, I only knew the side of my father and what I remember.
If this Dragonborn is your mother, she was murdered that night, but she was murdered in self-defense after she attacked us. We were tracking your father at the time. She would not reveal his position, and then attacked us.
Sure, she wasn't she wasn't revealing his position, more or less trying to not reveal mine.
We did not know you existed. Otherwise, I would have put this together much sooner.
Does he seem-
Halifax, may I have fun?
Hold on.
I have
Does he
nothing
seem-
else to say.
Does he seem to be lying?
Something insight.
Huh? Oh, I rolled it. I forgot to change myself back to Halifax. Whoops. Sorry. That was my insight. Would you like me to re-roll?
No. He seems like he's telling the truth as of right now. What he said seems to be truthful.
Kinda, he's telling the truth. From what I can gather, he did act in self-defense.
She was a hothead. She
It
got
seems to have
very
carried
quickly.
over.
Excuse me, sir.
You have tried to fireball about 37 things since I've met you, and we've been traveling for 2 weeks.
Lightning bolt.
Yes,
Same
lightning bolt.
difference in his court.
Well, you know, fireball is fun. Well, lightning.
Point being, it seems that there was just cause to be after your father, considering he literally cultivated the name Deathbringer.
Oh, well, I knew there were cause to be after my father. I was just angry about my mother being killed.
But she did attack them.
Yes, it makes sense.
If you choose to attack him, I will not be assisting.
No, if somebody attacked me, I'd probably try and kill them.
Noted.
I
Well-
mean, if you choose to attack, I'd hit him.
She was definitely hot-headed. I mean, not many people would go 5 versus 1.
Tell me, how many
Mhm.
she killed before you got her?
Well, I did not strike the killing blow, nor did I have a chance to attack.
Well, how many of you fell?
1?
One. Ah, okay, well. At least she got one.
I mean, it was incredible. It was incredibly dangerous odds, and they were trained professional dragon hunters. To be honest, the fact that she got one is quite impressive.
That is true. And remembering how shit this place has gone to, and the fact that she did attack you first, I'm gonna have to say I'm just got my resolve, and that's all I need now.
So we're not going to attack him. Just be clear.
No, we
Okay.
are not.
So we're not punching it.
Nope.
Uthix lowers fists.
Slowly.
He's literally been in the fucking stance since we showed up.
I have no idea, but I thought it was funny.
Posted up.
I choose to believe that Theodore just had his sword drawn and Uthix was just standing there, fists up and ready to go since they got in.
No, my hand was on the hilt, but like,
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, Theodore learned self-control.
just
Uthix was literally just one word from enraging, which involves now increasing a size category. At which point, I'd be able to reach him.
Get over
Ah.
here.
How did you guys have allies before I joined you?
I honestly have no idea.
You tried to break all of your allies' ribs. You're ready to punch everything. You're ready to
I
decapitate
only want
everything.
to break the dwarf's ribs.
They have
I
a
was going to
bard.
say, I found breaking the ribs seems to work.
They have a bard. Look at my charisma. And I
You
I
tried
smile
to- I-
sarcastically.
You tried to seduce everything, including your own family. Call you Oedipus. Or reverse
After
Oedipus, I
not-
suppose.
She's not good enough for me. She's not good enough for anybody else, right?
John.
Just because the logic is sound doesn't mean it's right.
So
Doesn't make it wrong either, does
I'm going to disintegrate the changeling.
it?
No, I know how I'll get him. I'm going to disintegrate his instrument.
Which one?
Yes.
Yes.
The saxophone.
I must ask you, Kaida, coming from Artorias, of course.
Mhm.
Actually, maybe I should ask your cohorts. Does Kaida seem evil in any way?
Hot-headed and rash, but not necessarily evil. I'm not the best spokesperson. I've only been with them a few weeks, but
Chaotic, but I'm not sure what bent of it. But chaotic.
he
He
did.
doesn't seem to have any. Doesn't seem to have any like boundaries or
The
rules
bard
or
saying someone
anything
doesn't
that.
have boundaries.
I did. I mean, in his defense, I managed to, after only knowing him 2 weeks, I managed to talk him down from attacking you, when that was his sole goal for quite a long time.
Okay, for like 2 minutes when we found out that he was a part of the group.
No,
But
the
then
goal
you
was to kill
suggest-
whoever killed your mother, though, for a very long time. And
Oh yeah, that's true. But I didn't know my mother attacked first. But it makes sense.
Are we gonna have an issue, Artorias?
Only if, after I listen to the rest of you, we determine that Kaida takes after his father.
I mean, he took after him for a long time.
it was quite a while to find him.
Yeah.
What about you, Theodore? Is Kaida evil?
I was raised by a bear.
I was raised by a bear. I have no concept of good and evil.
Yeah,
I'm not true
yeah,
neutral.
yeah,
I'm unaligned.
You know, I have expected him to say, "Well, he's not part of the cult we met."
Also evil.
Not all of them. I imagine there could be a good cult.
There are a couple. They're a lot rarer.
Oh, just want you to think that.
I will also, at this time, walk forward and place down the dragon hunting crossbow I had gotten from him, and the 9 arrows that were left.
No. Thank you for bringing that back.
I didn't have to, but at this point, I realized, well, this was probably going to try to be used to kill my dad, so I'm just gonna.
Out
Put
of
it down.
curiosity, was the turning him into a solid chunk of gold your doing?
No, it was not.
Ah.
We cannot take credit for that one.
Did he try to touch the little heart? Well, I heard rumors about a rat turning almost to gold. Did he try and befall a similar fate?
From what I understand, a dwarven group took him out.
Uthix, did you do it? Can you
It wasn't
punch things
me.
into gold?
Maybe
What?
that's what the
Did you-
wolves. No, the wolves.
I mean, I've never tried.
He's Midas, but instead of touching them once, he has to beat the shit out of them 30 times.
Presents my arm to Uthix.
I suppose I should find a piece of coal and punch it as hard as I can.
Well, that'll get you diamonds eventually.
Well,
That's
we
not
actually
right,
spoke to my
Hmm.
father, and we know where he is, but yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So he's still
He's
alive.
handled.
I just know
He's
dwarves took
hardly.
him out.
He's alive, but
hardly
he's
alive.
gold.
He's solid gold until someone powerful enough to cast a wish comes to save him, which won't be happening for a while.
Artorias looks at you quizzical. You mean it won't
It's
be
a long-
happening for a while?
It's a long story. Don't worry yourself. It'll be taken care of. He'll pose no threat.
I mean, he's practically trapped down there with all the lava.
He is trapped down there. He has no way out.
Have you forgotten that most dragons have claws that they can use to dig with?
Well, young Kaida, we're going to continue to watch you. But it's not my
Fan
place to
club.
cast judgment right now.
Also, who are we? I believe you're the only one in part of this group now.
No, we started recruiting, didn't we?
Yeah, he has recruitments now.
Oh, he does.
Except for we're the ones that recruited them, and I'm pretty sure we're the ones that funded the recruitment. So, like, does
Yes.
he have them or do we?
I mean, he
Oh.
taught them everything and probably had enough time to indoctrinate them. So, you know,
Yeah,
Oh,
but who writes their paycheck?
well, he does now because we gave him the money.
I would like to add, speaking of our Dragonborn's evilness, towards people or towards boats?
He raises a valid point. I've heard hell of him riding a boat.
If it's to
I-
people, he has been nothing but kind to us. Towards boats, well, the first one we come across, he was actively burning.
There was this island.
The recruitment, a lot of the recruitment for the place was also, although I didn't RP it really that much, but in the beginning, my conversation with him was that I would do recruitments and spread the word as I made my way across the land on adventure. So a lot of the recruits, I also, well, we as a group did a lot of recruiting for them. So they're, well, I don't know, what do I want to say, staffed?
Yeah, I also assume he's just a part of a larger group in general, even though he's the only one at this temple in particular.
I believe so. But I've held up my end of the bargain, I think. As far as evil, yeah, for sure. One would have to be visually impaired to not see evil. Have you heard the story about him and the poop?
He smelled it.
That's
I
an
mean,
evil. If that's not an evil stunt, you tell me what is.
Genocide?
Well, yeah, on a grander scale, that's an evil stunt, but
Unless it's
anyway.
elves.
Elves aren't people.
Ah, I see you understand.
Kaida, you may want to find some new friends.
I'm just
Which
a
one?
combat correspondent.
Wait, which one of us is saying needs to find new friends?
Artorias is telling Kaida he may want to find new friends.
Oh no, these guys are great.
The elves comment was not actually Halifax. That's a different character that's also a dwarf. Dwarves and elves, they cannot get along. All because those fucking elves didn't want to give fair payment for crafts.
Hold on a moment, I need to figure out what the dog wants.
Ketamine.
Yes, one ketamine-induced coma, please.
I wouldn't mind it.
I mean, it's
I would actually.
used on cats, so
They have a name for that. It's called falling in a K-hole.
Yep, I've heard that term before actually a few times.
Yep.
it will never escape the fish oil.
Did you say fish oil?
Yeah.
I don't get that one either.
All the way in fucking Northrend, and I'm still getting it.
Oh, I thought that was in relation to the K-hole comment.
No. Fish oil.
This place is in a mountainous region with a lot of snow, right?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yes.
Well, the spells I would like to show off to our dear bard don't necessarily have a highly visual effect, but with nice powderized snow outside, he would see all of it. Even better if it were more dense.
Oh, the bard is plenty dense.
Yes.
I have no doubt.
Mhm.
I'm also pretty sure that dwarves cannot swim because they cannot float, but
Dwarves, dense. No.
I feel like these security guards are really bad at their job, because if a man with a solid gold suit walks into your bank, you should probably be concerned.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys.
No, welcome back.
Welcome back, Grim.
We did not miss you. I'm joking.
Excuse me, motherfucker.
Excuse
All right.
me, he
He's
runs
gonna
the
come into
show.
your
All
house.
right, Fishy's gonna DM the rest of the section. Good night, guys.
Oh god, no, it's just gonna be...
Happens.
So, about those legendary items.
Right?
Oh, about the guy who drank a kid's soul.
Oh.
Hey, what about my 15 artifacts?
The kid who drank a kid's soul. Yeah.
Yeah, he huffed it.
Yes,
That's a long time ago.
it was.
I left for 2 fucking minutes and you guys burned down a wedding!
Yeah, that happened.
I was gone for 2 minutes!
I
Yeah.
showed up.
And I wish
I
could
show up
say-
late to one session, and I hear, "All right, so how are we going to deal with this Tarask?"
You thought we were joking.
I wish I could say that the setting the wedding on fire was the worst of it, but no, my nephew urinating on something was probably the worst.
Yeah, the wedding that was on fire.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right. He was
God.
going to extinguish it by peeing on it.
Fishy,
And you
weren't-
wondered why my
weren't
character
you
was
DM for
perpetually angry in
that?
that game.
I was the
That was-
DM for that, yes.
Yeah, I thought you were.
Yeah, Fishy, you wondered why my Necromancer was perpetually aggravated during that campaign.
You weren't that angry, I don't think.
No, he was always angry.
I mean,
All
fair.
right.
Yep. So,
How tall is Artorias, by the way?
Artorias?
Yeah.
He's about 7 foot.
7 foot?
Yeah, 7
It's
foot.
the same size as me?
Oh, then you guys stand at the same height, yes.
Yeah, because I'm actively, he's fully insulted my friend twice now at this point. So I'm already done with his shit.
Are you posted up on Artorias?
Yeah.
1 second.
Theodore. Calm down, friend.
Well, let's see how this plays out.
As long as it's talking, let's not step in. If blows start being thrown,
It's Theodore. Yeah, he's capable of talking, but I'm not sure to what degree.
well, we're about to find out.
1 moment.
Okay, I'm back.
I don't imagine he has a degree.
Yeah, Artorias is 7 foot tall and he's slumped over. He's old. You know
So in
that.
other words, he
Yeah.
drinks a youth potion. He's probably standing up straight at about 6'6".
I think that's how math works.
I don't think that's how it works. He's 7 foot tall while he's slouched over. So yes, if he drank a youth potion, he'd be 6'6". That all adds up.
This is a fuck.
Yeah, that maths.
Call it 8.
Doesn't
Call it
matter.
8 feet then. God damn it.
No, Artorias is probably
Sorry,
much
my mind is fried from
taller in his
yesterday.
youth.
I am back.
What do you do,
Yeah.
Teddy?
Oh, I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting for him to be a little fucking bitch again.
Teddy's just having a fucking stare down.
Literally, yeah, no, mad dogging. Yes.
Do I have something on my face?
I'm not going to talk. I'm just like,
No, you're just really that ugly.
Don't mind them. I think Theodore, he appears to be agitated. I'm not sure, to be honest. Theodore, are you all right, friend?
keeps insulting my friends.
It's all right, Theodore. Well, gentlemen, do we have any more to pursue in conversation with Mr. Artorius?
No?
Think it might be best we leave soon.
Probably.
I would love to come back and speak with you sometime, though. Perhaps on better terms.
I will probably be here.
Barry, if you wouldn't, or sorry, not Barry, Ben, if you wouldn't mind.
No,
I
let's go
believe
through
we
the
have the
chest.
chest somewhere
Oh,
around
yes,
here.
the chests. I keep forgetting you have those. Oh, hold on, I have a brilliant
Do you
idea.
not have a chest? How do you breathe?
Capillaries. And trachea, like an insect.
You mean you don't function through osmosis?
No, who still uses osmosis? What is it? 2 billion BCE?
Well, I mean, back in the war.
Oh,
God.
shut about the war!
Oh god damn it. Just get in the fucking box.
Barry, if you wouldn't mind accompanying me to the demiplane. I actually have a few things I would like to try.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some spells that I had read of, but I have not yet been capable of casting. I just simply lack the power. But if what you have all said of the demiplane is true, I might have the capability in there. Also, let me get a feel for proper graviturgy magic. I've learned some new spells I haven't been able to utilize yet, such as a
Okay.
gravity fissure.
Fair enough.
Please do not forget Theodore here.
No, we'll be taking him with us. Theodore, come along.
Okay.
I have some things to show you that you might enjoy. And before anyone says it, this is absolutely just to pad my pride and show off.
I cast Fireball.
Fair enough.
It's been over 1,000 years since anyone practiced graviturgy magic, and I will soon become a master in it. I think that's worth bragging about.
As a musician,
That
I
or
am
crush
fellow
all
artist.
your
I
women.
would say that I completely understand the wanting to perform well, and have people acknowledge what you've been able to accomplish. I look forward to the show that you were about to put on. As I pull out a blank parchment and something to scribe with.
Well, first off, let's see what I can conjure up for targets. I'm going to try and basically build a skeleton, build almost just a simple skeleton, based off of my knowledge of how the ones that Dave uses work.
Okay. So you guys have left through the chest, and you're heading over to the demiplane, correct? Just
Yes.
is everybody leaving?
Ye-
Ye-
Yeah, we're all going
So
in the
it
same
seems.
bathtub, I think, because you never split the party.
Correct.
I might have the wrong map.
Except for when the DM gives us 2 well-paying missions.
Then you send the 2 big guys to be bodyguards.
Did you guys like my picture in D&D chat? Never split the party.
Never split
loved
the
it.
party.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Corey had about a 15-minute conversation as to if that is a drow or a tiefling. We're thinking tiefling.
The one in the back or the one in the left?
The one in the back.
Tiefling.
We're guessing that. I'm guessing that's a high elf.
One on the left, probably a high elf. The one in the back's a tiefling, though. That's a hag tiefling. They're purple, fun fact. Well, bluish purple, but
Well, tiefling can come in a range of colors.
yep, they can even be tiger striped.
Now the question is there a tail and or horns?
I didn't realize I had turn order up the whole time. Hopefully that didn't confuse anyone.
For those tieflings, yes, they actually do have tails. They're very similar in style to a tabaxi, but they're charisma based. They are the children of Rakshasas.
I thought he said horns.
No, he said horns and tail. I don't think they have horns. But
And or tails for what was it, tieflings?
All right,
Since
I dropped you guys on the proper map, by the way.
Tieflings can have horns.
I believe they can have tails.
Yeah. Tails are usually those cartoony-esque barb tails.
Yeah. Grim, would it be intelligence to try and summon about 20 skeletons? Not even like sentient, but stationary for the most part.
Pretty sure everything in there is intelligence.
I know. I'm just making
Yeah,
sure.
it'd be an intelligence check, and you could conjure up some. You could conjure up moving skeletons if you want.
I basically just need skeletons to be in a 100-foot line, like spaced about 10 feet apart from each other.
You're telling me you're a wizard and you don't know necromancy.
I never studied necromantic magics. I studied graviturgy. Yeah, basically just a large line of skeletons going from me to like there, and then just boop.
Off the edge.
Well, maybe not all the way off the edge. I might have to stand back a little further, but
I'm only dropping 2. I'm not dropping 100.
no, that's fair. I didn't expect you to. But basically, envisioning there be 100, at which point I will proceed to use Gravity Fisher and slam them together for Barry to watch. They're not actually alive, so I don't think they'd bother making a save. There would just be a flurry of... I hope you're standing back, because otherwise you're going to get pelted by a flurry of shattering bones.
What's
Which
the
boat
save
are we
based-
on?
Or what's the save?
Demiplane, John. All the way to the right.
It's a Constitution save that is DC 21, not 19. I don't know why it still says that.
Skeletons can't make it. Even if they tried, they couldn't make it.
Theodore, why are you there?
Well,
Theodore,
You're
my
right
friend.
right in the midst of where we're doing a live fire exercise, brother.
Teddy's like, I can take it.
I just launch the skeletons clean into oblivion.
Mm,
Now, this next one is going to be experimental. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to, and we're going to see how it goes all the way over the edge.
By
'Cause
the
I'm
way,
going to
the skeletons have been turned to dust.
Wonderful. Makes an excellent show of force.
I continue to change look between looking at my parchment and you and what's remaining and
Everybody
sketching out
stand.
sketching out little bits and pieces that I can draw.
Well, about all the way out at about 150 feet, so where I am measured to. I'm going to focus on that point and try and conjure up the energy to cast a 9th level spell. I'm going to try and cast Ravenous Void. That being the one that is just a large black hole.
We don't know it yet, do you?
I do not know it. I assume I would have it written down somewhere so that I could learn it later, but I don't have access to it yet, which is why I'm testing to see if I could utilize it here. Because I also have that book
Okay.
that I got.
When you are in this plane, then it does have some pretty strong powers. Roll me an intelligence check. This is going to be a pretty high DC, though.
I assumed as much. Nope, didn't make it.
Unfortunately, Halifax, nothing happens.
Well, perhaps it was a little ambitious to go that high this early. Perhaps later. I'm
John.
afraid, Barry, I'll have to come back and show you that spell at a different time. That was certainly... It was actually fun to be able to cast one of my spells for once. That I, at least one of the ones I specialized in.
I will be right back again. Guys, go ahead and continue on without me for a moment.
No problem. Shame. Ravenous Void is allegedly the most powerful of all of the graviturgy spells, aside from the magic that kept the old civilizations floating. That I don't think I'm allowed to access anymore. I think Mistra would skin me alive. But it might be worth it to try. What do you think, Barry? Is learning the magic worthwhile if I get murdered in the process?
I mean,
Horthus, did you say it might be?
I said it would. Yeah, might be.
Well, goodness.
Come on, it would actually solidify your legend as the first graviturge in an age if you were able to raise a city into the sky.
It's not necessarily about the legend, it's about the knowledge. I don't care if I'm never remembered at all, so long as the magic is brought back and learned about.
Well, if you bring it back in force like that,
Well. Suppose the fame is inevitable, but the fame is not the goal. Exploration and knowledge is the goal. And admittedly, the enjoyment of being among the stars that I so adore. That one's selfish.
Ah, so he is after fame.
Wrong kind of stars, my friend.
yeah,
didn't notice till
you
now
say you're there for the fame, and then you say you're not there for the fame. It's for the knowledge, but the fame.
Wrong kind of stars.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but you know you mean the other.
Why would I want to be famous? I can hardly talk. Well, actually, hold on. If I was famous, I might be able to talk to other people of my own intellect level. Perhaps it would be enjoyable, but so far, talking to people has been the most miserable experience of my life.
Hi.
Theodore, you're actually a high point.
John's
Hooray.
the high one.
Yeah, I got a high point for you right here.
Oh dear God, no! Never buy high points. Anyway,
Modern high points are all right. First
Yeah.
generation, that they were terrible.
I mean, hey, if you got $2 and you need a gun, you can always buy a Tokarev. It might fall apart when you fire it. That's not a joke. It actually might, but it's $2.
I mean, to get the job done.
It might not. So legitimately, there is a C-clip on a Tokarev, and that C-clip is what holds the entire gun together. When the gun fires, there is a chance that it will catch that clip and just rip it off, so the entire gun will just disassemble.
I mean,
Very efficient.
It costs $2 for a reason.
you just have a bin underneath it and you can collect all the parts.
It's so you can quickly take it apart to clean it.
And then immediately throw it in the fucking trash where it belongs. Grab a rock, you have more guarantee of success.
With a rock, after you throw it, you've lost your rock.
Okay, so big question. Is it accurate?
I don't think I've heard much about its
understand-
accuracy.
I understand that it will fall apart, but is it accurate? Because check this out. If it's only $2, is it a ideal? Probably shouldn't.
I don't
say
know
it's
much
going
about its
to-
accuracy. I think
Going to be an ideal hit weapon, right? You shoot somebody with it, it disassembles itself. You're able to then discard the different pieces throughout wherever the fuck you are. Instead of just ditching the gun, you can ditch the trigger here. There's something there. There's something there. There's something there. Just like when you would cut up bodies, right? You dump them in the dumpster at different locations in town. So it takes them forever to put the body back together.
Makes
for
sense. That's
streaming
usually how I
reasons,
get
this
rid
is
of
all
them.
in Minecraft. But
I thought you cut up the
I'm
bodies
back.
to eat them.
you might want to leave again, Grim.
It's
Oh,
fine.
boy.
He's not monetized. He never will be.
Not this.
All right.
Well,
Of
Sure,
course, he
yeah.
was. He ain't anymore.
Back to D&D for D&D's
Yes,
sake.
please. Please.
Yeah, John seems to be plotting a murder, so yes, please.
What would you guys like to do next?
Well,
Murder
gentlemen,
the sun.
what should be our next goal? I believe Kaida was one of our big targets. The other one, I believe, was Thrax, but I'm not sure what to be doing of him at the moment. Until we found a way to get rid of his light business.
I've stated my goal. We murder the sun.
Your goal is to beat the shit out of Uthix. But murdering the sun might be interesting. To be honest, I think that there's something about a night serpent trying to do the same thing. I don't know. I skipped those texts. All the
I have
more
an
reason
entire
to...
chapter of my book devoted to your attempt to break his ribs. It's quite humorous.
Maybe I should use yours.
He's a changeling. They'll grow back. I'll just
Mhm.
move his ribs out of the way. Turn into Yawn Tea or something.
Come on, the one time I tried to play with his joke.
I suppose you could all accompany me and we could fly off into the stars.
What, and find some guy called Phil Nye the Science Slime up there?
No, not likely. But that would get you closer to your goal of blowing up the sun. I could throw you at
I
it.
say we go wrestle at Tarask.
I'll be happy to watch from a distance, and I'm sure Barry will record all of the results. Well, to be honest, I don't know much of your overarching goals beyond this. I know Ben wanted to become infamous, and he certainly has.
I mean, if we're on family finding adventures, we can look for my dad.
Oh, that's true. Where is do you know if your father's in this plane or is he in the Feywild?
Oh. I found
All
out
right.
recently that I didn't live in the same plane as this. Not this one, but like, you know.
So most likely in the Feywilds then.
Ben just chimes in.
Fine, just go
infamous
through
in,
the door.
What were you going to say, Ben?
I'm infamous in multiple countries. Thank you very much. So, goal achieved.
Come with me and I can make you infamous across multiple planes. We can
Yes.
start in the plane of fire.
That's cruel.
But effective.
Yes. Why would you do that to the people of the plane of fire?
Listen, the Jinn are hardly undeserving. I'm going to put a fucking hole in my wall with a 12 gauge to get rid of this fucking fly! How are you still alive? I don't
That
understand.
would be effective.
Probably not. All the buckshot would miss him.
I mean, but
You can have extra ventilation in my room. Either way. Huh, you know what I just realized, Quaid? I went down to get you your food. I forgot to order mine.
You have a cheesy bread in the fridge. We put it in
Anyway,
there last night on the way home.
what'd you say?
I said we put it in there last night.
Thank you.
Yep.
So, well, suppose Theodore's our next goal then. Not sure how we're going to find your dad in the Feywilds. It's quite a large area to search, but we'll manage.
I don't know I don't know if he's in the Feywilds.
We know he exists.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't. Who
What's his
knows?
father's name? If he's famous, I'm pretty sure I could get a lead on him.
Graham.
Yes.
I forget. Did we decide on a name specifically? Because, like, I remember you suggesting one thing for it.
So, his name is Ursa.
Oh, hell no.
I mean, it's your backstory.
I'll
I
send
know
you some.
we had talked about names. I don't know if you ever decided on any.
Turns out his dad was just a changeling, turned into a bear.
I don't think they could do that.
It was Barry. Works perfectly.
It was a changeling druid.
There you go.
I just need a shit ton of incense.
To find his father?
Well, shit ton of incense in his name. I believe I can get the ivory stripes. In short,
Yes.
legend lore on his father.
Oh, I have a similar spell. I'm petting Loki right now, and Greg is looking at me like she's gonna murder me in my sleep. So if I don't show up tomorrow, that's why.
Because your one cat got angry that you were petting your other cat?
Yes.
Have you met cats?
You don't pet them, they get angry with you. You pet them, they get angry with you.
It's not that I'm petting, and it's not that I'm not petting her. It's that I'm petting something else. Cats, much like most of the women I've dated, are psychotic and extremely jealous.
As I sit here with my cat, literally, laying in my lap.
That's all
Hey.
women, Cameron.
John, again, you just have taste of women that will kill you. Like
And
most
what's
of the
wrong with
people
that?
Nothing, 'cause I have the same taste.
So I like it spicy. So,
Yeah, Grim.
So it's confirmed you're all psychopaths. Got it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Yes,
that-
Fishy.
Is that okay to have as my dad?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. I think his name was Oku.
Well, once we get we got portal to a town. I'll grab the incense and grab all the other shit needed for the spell.
Yeah, downstairs this is the best suit for me. Oh, no,
Actually,
that's from earlier.
shit, I'm kind of
Yeah,
out of
Garlic
pocket
yogurt.
change.
I'll hand you the money.
I
Actually, I can just hand you the incense. I have it on me.
you have the ivory,
I do actually. I have the spell.
just not prepared.
No, prepared, but I'm going to make you cast it instead.
It's like, oh yeah, I have. Oh, then why don't you? Well, you brought it up.
Precisely.
You owe me then,
How does
What do
he
you
owe
mean I owe you? I'm giving you the components.
and I'm spending the energy.
You're spending 10 minutes. Just pray to your god. She'll give it back to you.
Which that energy I could be fighting some of you is like fighting a brick wall.
Mhm.
Precisely. I could put a brick wall in front of you. In the form of a feather.
I can put a wall of acid in front of you.
Please do not. We are on a boat. That
So I
just,
should
I
use
just
fire
hold on to my
instead.
spurs them on harder. It's like a boat, you say. Burn. Dude, keep your
Well,
fucking paws off my desk.
If there's any legend lore on his father, or if he's of legendary importance. If not, well, we're
I don't think
getting.
he has to be a legendary importance. I think it's just the name of a spell.
If there's no big relevant information anywhere in the world about him, so you could ask about that random barkeep. If there's very little about that random barkeep in the world, aka GM doesn't have a lot prepared on him, the spell may just say no and fail, and wasted spell slot.
Yeah. Fishy knows why I'm laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is his father one of the beast gods?
Sir, is this?
What?
Wait, who's casting this spell?
Me?
Orthos, go into Wikipedia or Google, type in OKKU DND.
I think that is the bear totem god that gives Totem of the Bear like their strength.
For the hell of it, roll me a con save.
Which one of us?
Dave.
Oh,
Could I argue for wisdom since it's information overload, if that's what you're going for?
Maybe it's divine retribution.
Well, I mean, Constitution is still your ability to overcome trauma. And this is very traumatic.
should have been rolling a Constitution save every day I was with the party.
I set the bar too. I set the bar very low, and it was still too high. Dave passes out for just a moment. You don't take any damage or anything.
Thunk.
Just like, okay, let's see what this magic will do.
Fucking die.
As your mind gets flooded with these, how's it pronounced, Fishy?
I think it's Oku.
Oku. What's information about Oku?
just lies there, seemingly paralyzed for a moment. Hey, all of you!
Now, you volunteered. We didn't make you do that.
All of you!
He's my dad.
Yet, I think I might have a better way to communicate with him if that's the case. God damn it, you could have told me he was a god.
That explains quite a bit, actually. I'll be back in a moment.
Does Fishy say anything, hearing him say, "You could have told me he was a god"?
What? He's a bear.
Orthos, anything to say? Doesn't want to hold
I
hands?
am going to just do some preparations. I don't know how long it will take. And with that, I go to take a nap.
You have a bit of a migraine right now.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, I'm just going to go take a nap. Could have warned me. Shit would have been so much easier.
You guys remember the terrible Indiana Jones movie? With the aliens?
The fucking alien one?
Yeah.
I will never admit that I saw that.
Do you remember the one lady's... Oh, what'd she do? Try to absorb all the information from the aliens and die?
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
I should have to do a player someday. Maybe not the death part.
Aw, that was the best part.
Right.
I'll give him a couple saves first.
If there was a good part to the movie, that was it.
I meant for the player.
How'd you die? Information.
Mhm.
Actually, I need to talk to everybody in the party and see what we're doing. What are we doing next? I mean, are we going after... I'll wait till Cameron gets back here. Obviously, I was not prepared for you guys to go after Teddy's dad at this time. So, like,
I wasn't really prepared for it.
I can get us moving in that direction, but I want to kind of gauge where everyone's at right now with the campaign.
Grim, tell me, did you want us to fight, whatchamacallit?
The option was there.
I knew it was there, but, because Kaida's not evil yet, he wasn't gonna do that unless he lied.
I don't know. You guys, like, really cast a lot of shade on fucking Kaida, though. Like, it was to the point where I was like, no, wait a second here.
Yeah, my only thing is he evil to people or boats? Because boats, yeah, definitely fucking evil. People, he's actually been quite pleasant.
Look, I was only allowed to drive. Okay, actually, I don't know how many times I crashed a boat.
Yeah, you are evil when it comes to boats.
He's a great navigator.
Yeah, navigator into rocks. He'll tell you where they are and tell you to steer towards them.
No, I'll tell you where they are after we've hit them.
Or you
Don't let him
know
give you a shortcut when you're taking a path through a mountain.
Okay, well, that wasn't entirely my fault. You guys let me lead.
I'm back. Who the fuck is letting Kaida be in charge of anything? Anyway.
Alright, so I was going to try and gauge where everyone was, campaign-wise. I started with this when you were gone, so.
Okay.
Does everyone want to go after? Because we're Liz and John today.
We are.
Like that's for certain.
Ye-
So do we
This
want
may
to?
be where we lose our bard because you have things on this plane you wish to do. We're chasing gods.
Was wondering if we want to get closer to wrap up on the campaign, because like
That's
there's
what I was thinking.
there's been a few boss fights you guys could have fought, but so far you guys have avoided them all very well with diplomacy.
You're welcome. Now you know how I feel.
It happens.
Sounds like we're failing as players.
All right, time to fight the final boss. Everybody 1v1 for the ship.
All right.
We can fight my
No.
dad.
So, I'm trying to remember who said it was either Chopper or Grim. Somebody pointed out that when you start a campaign at first level, it's a lot of hack and slash. And then as you get more and more powerful and whatnot, it seems like it turns diplomacy and the hack and slash becomes less and less. The game becomes more fun.
I think
But
that's
yeah, but I remember somebody mentioning that, and that's kind of what this campaign was too, because I remember we had a lot of hack and slash at the beginning, which was a blast. And then as a party, I don't know if you'd say mature, that's probably not the right word, but we
Evolved.
adapted and learned how to work together, I guess.
I think another
Not
part of
even
importance
that.
is the type of enemies you're facing. Like an ancient dragon is much more aware of its capabilities and much more aware of being able to talk you down from a fight.
Right.
Whereas, a tribe of orcs is a tribe of orcs.
hmm So it's my understanding that Halifax, that you intend to travel to the stars.
Indeed. That was
You
the original
underst-
purpose of the Spelljammer.
Yeah, and
So-
and as we said before, I have to stay, but if you would come back, maybe, I don't know, something. Go ahead.
I'll be
AJ.
seeking ways to prolong my life so I can record even more. I'll absolutely come back and visit sometime.
Oh, what? Halifax isn't
So
immortal?
Oh, let
in the
Chopper go.
end, Halifax's goal is to get really high.
So
Not
games
quite,
are
but I
very-
suppose.
I mean,
I mean, is it wrong?
Well, once you reach a certain level of altitude, you're not getting any higher, you're just going in a direction.
So you've reached the maximum level of high.
Precisely! I'd love to take Barry there one day, I'm sure he'd love it.
Been there.
so I just, but for the most part, I just want to know what if you guys want, we can continue
Yeah.
with the campaign.
He's been there. Our party two-shot a dragon. He went and took a nap thinking the entire game session was over.
Yeah.
All-time
see, you
top
got
moments here.
beat that.
I still love that. We were so worried, like, did we upset him? No, he actually thought the game was over.
I thought the game was over, man. I was gonzo. I don't remember
But-
how many of those I drank, but yeah, I don't do that anymore.
So in
That
terms
often.
of wrap up though, Grim, I think at the moment, most of the party has kind of reached an endpoint in terms of their stories. I don't know what else we have to pursue.
Mm,
What's the Sandbox
Yes.
campaign? It works
Yep.
around you
You
guys.
guys have a fantastic replacement for me as well, right? And then give an
That's,
opportunity. It'd give an opportunity for her to start sooner rather than later.
Oh, that's down the line. That's not right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
Start
know.
as a level 12 wizard so that you can have the joy of trying to add all of the spells to a level 12 wizard off the bat and waiting 2 hours for that list to load.
I'll do it.
You'll do it.
I'll
I
start
did
a level
too.
12 wizard.
It was absolutely worth it, but
I will say one thing. After a day, I would do just a little bit of research on commune. I was like, all right, Teddy, we're speaking to your dad.
Well, no, I'm not saying we have to, end this campaign tonight. I'm just kind of trying to gauge where everyone is. Which, if you guys want to keep going, so I can prep for it. What's our next adventure gonna be? Somewhat.
it sounds like it's going to be looking for Theodore's father.
Which I'm totally down
Like,
for.
I want to be clear. That's not something I really care about doing. Like, Theodore doesn't really
That was just something he threw out there. Like, if we're looking for people's parents, it's an option.
Yeah, it was
Well-
essentially a joke.
Ah,
But
I
Okay.
will tell you guys, when we do finish this campaign, I'm taking a couple weeks off as a DM.
that's understandable.
Well,
I mean, if we
Yep,
want,
that way
we
he
can have a
can
tournament
get
or
to-
something.
That way he can get to level 80.
No, that's not so I can get to level 80. That's so I can give my brain a breast.
mean,
brain.
I have an idea I could take
Brain
over in
arrest.
the meantime for Thursday during that.
Are you giving your brain a breast?
Yes, I'm giving my
Oh.
brain a breast.
Okay.
I'm glad you're the one that
Titties.
caught that, Chopper.
Yeah, we might have broke him.
I want. Well,
No, I
no,
actually
no.
have-
Work broke me. You guys keep me on the edge. Work's what finally got me over the. Ugh.
But
It's like
I
I'm
have,
wearing mittens, man. I'm not catching anything.
yeah, I have something we could do in the downtime. I had an idea that I could run past you guys at some point, but
Yeah.
there'd be no story structure to it. But
Or are you gonna try the COD zombies but D&D?
You can hit 80
a little bit more
in 3
complex than that.
weeks.
But what'd
Well-
you say, John?
I said you can hit 80 in 3 weeks.
No.
No, I didn't say Graham. I was talking to Cameron, the last person that spoke.
No, but Grim understood that, like, he does need to hit 80.
Oh
so.
man, I could hit 80 in 3 weeks. You didn't.
Not
You
for-
clearly don't remember how long it took me to level my last druid.
For
Yeah.
no, for real.
I was
grind,
assuming you'd be leveling your
giving
death knight.
Cameron bullshit. I was giving Cameron shit because
Well, with
he's a starter.
the back to the campaign here. I mean, sandbox campaign. It goes as far as you guys go.
Yep.
But unfortunately, I can't write an epic ending because it goes as far as you guys go. I mean,
There's just
stuff I
sometimes
can
not an
add.
epic ending.
Uthix was literally an old war hero who couldn't get away from battle, so the moment he met a bunch of idiots that seemed like they'd get in a lot of fights, he was like, okay.
Uthix, how would you
I
like to?
think Urthix might actually just get bored with the party and walk off. It's like, I was promised a fight.
we
I
keep
didn't
settling
get a
stuff with
fight.
diplomacy.
Uthix, I could use a bodyguard while on the ship. I imagine there'll be things out there not willing to talk. If you'd like to fight things in a bare fist brawl that have never been fought in such a way before.
You'd be surprised how many things haven't.
Precisely. You could be the first for many.
A dwarf going into the sky. There's irony.
Actually, hold on. Given what happened last time I tried to lift Uthix off the fucking ground, I don't know if the Spelljammer can do it.
I mean,
It took Ymir 4 fucking tries.
Before.
No, you in a fight between Uthix and Ymir, when Ymir had like 6 levels on Uthix, I couldn't get his ass off the ground. Every time I tried to pick him up, he'd beat me. Further proving the theory that dwarves don't leave the ground.
No one tosses a dwarf.
And then you teleported out and made me knock poor Benny unconscious.
It was beautiful.
And yet, I want to say that, shit, what was I? Fuck, my brain is fried.
I love that image.
Right?
Ymir throwing his full body weight into a punch against Uthix just to have a tiny little rat in his hands instead, being well too far gone to pull the punch.
I'd like to think that it was just fur and blood at that point.
He didn't kill him, but Ymir felt bad. He was like, "You are not who you are not who that punch was meant for. I'm sorry."
It was
I also
perfect timing, though.
I also realized that Ymir is only like 7 inches shorter than your average troll. I was almost at the point where I would have had to been classified as a full large creature.
That's all right. John is the exact height of the average troll.
Is that 5'7"?
I don't get that joke, I'm gonna be honest, but
He's a troll.
Well, guys, so guess I need opinions here. What should we do? Should we just go around the table?
Yeah. It's
All
all
Probably
right.
very
the best
good.
bet.
Good idea.
Well, we'll start with the most opinionated person at the table, Sirzlith.
I feel like that's a contest between me and John. I got to be honest, but
That's fair.
I know you probably win. Anyway, go ahead.
that's fair. I don't know. I think for the most part, we're almost at wrap-up point. Most of our goals have been achieved. Halifax's only goal is to get into space, so he's kind of trying to do that as soon as possible. I don't know if the party has much direction left to keep going at this point, but I could be wrong.
I mean, there's still a few things open, but
There are.
John sounds like he's going to be handling one of them technically, which is the
Yeah.
finding out-
light.
Yeah, the light. Uthix. Opinions, thoughts.
Doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter to you.
Very helpful.
Ben.
Okay, I see what you mean now, Grim.
Did he quite die?
Hold on.
No, I did not. I'm right here.
Opinions, thoughts.
I mean, Ben said his goals. He's infamous in multiple countries. He's not exactly wanted by the elves, but he'll probably be wanted by them, depending on if the dwarves find out that they have that hammer or not. It all just kind of depends.
Orthos.
Honestly, I have no opinion.
John, I mean, you're leaving either way, but if you'd want to give your opinion, you still can.
Yeah, I would encourage you guys, if there is anything left at all to wrap up, I would encourage you guys to do it for sure. Otherwise, yeah, that seemed like a really good jumping off point for me. But I would encourage you guys to continue for a session or two if there is stuff that people want to wrap up. Otherwise, sometimes it's good to end things rather than just expend them for the just because reason.
Fishy.
I mean, I don't have anything specific, but yeah, if it's just kill stuff, I'm fine with going on an adventure.
No, Halifax will happily take you along. He could use a bodyguard.
Party stays together, but the campaign ends.
Always an option. Did I miss anybody?
Kinda.
Also, I
Kinda.
missed the chance to say it,
Sorry.
but
No one of importance.
I just want to be heard. No, I'm pretty much here for one more session, and then the rest of October, I'm busy.
Oh, Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's actually-
move and trying to get a job and everything. So
Honestly, at this rate, if you're gone until the end of October,
that might be our pickup point then again for you, Grim.
yeah, that might be.
That'd give you a month to get things situated again mentally.
Well, we've run non-stop for how many years?
Yeah, no. I think the only time we had a break was a very short break in between the first session or the first game and the second game. It was like a week.
No, we end this and immediately have to pick up the other one.
Also, I
Yeah,
missed a
very
chance to say it earlier, but John, your opinions are valued unless it's an opinion on stake.
Cameron, you had,
That's
you had
totally.
talked
How
about.
about how about I amend that and say any food?
There you go.
Yes.
Okay. We're
what
just,
were
we're
you
just
saying,
gonna
Grim?
put it out there. I appreciate you being polite, but I'll put it out there and say my opinion on food.
Can I make one more amendment? Any food that's not cooked in a microwave?
No,
Yeah.
food.
No,
Just
any
food.
Just food.
You probably.
Yeah, my opinion on any food is like, don't listen to that, or if you're going to, do the opposite.
Yeah, but what were you saying, Grim?
You had talked about an idea as a bit of a holdover idea. What were you gonna say?
So, I was tossing around the idea of like a roguelike style. I've talked about it a few times of a roguelike style game that's basically just going through lot faster leveling, lot faster gear requirement of just basically just repeated boss fights or repeated combat over and over again. So there's not much story to it, but it is still very much D&D. For those interested, we could try and run that on Thursdays at the same time. It would be a testing grounds because this isn't something I've had a lot of time to troubleshoot, or not even time, but I haven't had the ability to troubleshoot because I haven't had people.
Not a bad idea.
But yeah, the basic idea is you fight something, you get gold that allows you to buy either levels or equipment. And then you use that to go into the next fight, getting progressively more and more and more. Which I can give... I will eventually write out a whole text post if you guys want more details on it, but... it was just an idea that we could try and run for the time while we're off of this campaign.
Oh. It's an idea. Is anyone interested in that idea? As a holdover.
Yeah, totally interested in that idea.
It's
Don't have the time.
yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
Don't have the time to do it, but yeah, no, man, that sounds like fun.
You and Fishy both, or not Fishy, sorry, you and Monkey both.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, it's also the kind of thing that somebody could be in one week and then out the next. It's not because there's no structure or story to it. It's also just kind of a free roam to test out build concepts and how they level.
I'd be down for D&D.
Are you gonna judge me for playing a bonk stick barbarian?
No. Listen, we could do new characters every fucking week if you guys wanted, or we could just stick with the same ones and just take them as far as you want. Which might eventually end up with you guys fighting like 3 Zariels or 3 Tarasques at once. Who knows?
That's fine.
Asks are little bitches.
Well, I was going to toy with some ideas like being able to buy attunement slots so that you could attune more than one item. Or more than 3 items, sorry.
You're gonna get some
Not gonna lie.
very broken characters.
That's kind of the idea.
Okay.
You never got to see it, Grim, but this is heavily inspired by Risk of Rain. Where by the end of it, you literally kill God with ease.
Oh, God.
I mean, when you also look at roguelike, there are certain abilities that when you stack them with other abilities, just make you unkillable.
Yeah. This is a place for, if you guys want to make a completely broken, overpowered setup, as long as it's okay with the other people you're playing with, I will not stop you. Again, so long as it's okay with the other people, because they're there for the fun as well, so.
One mild question for it. Above
I
level
never make broken, overpowered characters.
Never.
Orthos, if you're asking what I think you were asking, it's going to max out at level 20, just because I don't know enough about epic levels.
And one method of that is literally just, hey, the DMG actually has a thing where it's like, you want a level, instead of a level, you just get a hit die and pick one of these.
Well, that is something I could look into if people want it. But I'm not going to lie, this is going to be kind of janky for the first, 1 or 2 games, because it's not an idea I've had time to test fire, or the capability to test fire yet. Could be fun, could be garbage. Who knows? Not me, I don't know shit.
We know.
I eat a lot of fucking glue.
Alright.
Yeah, brother.
I don't know how the hell you guys keep track of a fucking word I say.
Maybe we can extend an invite to Broncos for your little
Yeah,
short thing.
I'll basically just still be in here on Thursdays because I live in patterns and I just kind of have to be in here. Otherwise, I will start to get really anxious.
Yeah.
So basically, if anybody just joins and wants to do it, I'll run it. I have test maps set up. This will be run through Valkenheim because that's the one I have access to. But actually, hold on. I can run it in the Barroom Blitz because I'm a DM in there as well, and we already have arenas set up. Hey, Grim.
Yep, that's fine. Barroom Blitz is fine for that.
Thank you.
All right. So back to the game at hand.
Yep.
Do you guys have a goal to continue on towards, or should we move forward to? Oh boy, what is that called?
Epilogue.
Epilogues, yeah.
I just brought
Murdering
up earlier.
everybody. I mean,
No. Halifax will be extending an invitation to anybody who wants to join him. For whatever reason, so long as you're okay with venturing far beyond what has ever been documented. I have no idea what threats await us.
I'm sticking with Uthix literally just to break his ribs. Abilities are at your disposal as long as one day I may break Uthix's ribs.
Well, that comes down to you and Uthix.
Is it? What are
Be
you?
aware, I will
It's
eventually
like
have to
some
return
Tom
and kill
and
that
Jerry
dragon.
shit right now.
so Uthix will go with you, but I just want to point out that if you leave a sphere where his god has influence, he loses all of his clerical abilities.
Yep.
Well,
That's also
here's the cute part. Nyx is who I get my powers from, and she is one of the few intersphere gods.
There are plenty of intersphere gods, but
you got to make contact with the Nyx over there as well.
there are plenty of spheres that some gods can't reach, though.
Yep.
Who
Also,
is your
fun
god again,
fact.
Chopper?
What?
Who was your god
They
again?
were talking about me.
No, I believe he was talking about him.
No.
Uthix is a barbarian fighter.
Yeah, he does.
I am a cleric monk.
Also, fun fact, I didn't bring this up at the time, but if I'm correct, the deal that Halifax made is enforced by the Inevitables. The Inevitables are based out of Sigil and can access any sphere at any time for any reason. So I can't run from that deal, fun fact. I knew that at the time, but I didn't bring it up. So you guys might have a gigantic automaton come kidnap Halifax at some point.
I'm a fighter.
Kaida's
You
going
will
to
lose.
actually, surprisingly enough, join the Dragon Hunters to make their job a little easier of watching him. Because he found some enjoyment in fighting dragons.
I enjoy murdering my own race.
No, my father's race.
Oh, you know what? Fair enough. God damn, that is some severe daddy issues.
He left.
He left. So what? Man takes out his abandonment issues by murdering every other member of his dad's race. God damn.
I'm chaotic, man. What can I say?
Chaotic to the last.
Well, will Theodore be joining me?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple more weeks to learn how to repair ships.
That'll be warranted. I'm going to take a couple of weeks to learn how to pilot this. This is not the apparatus they're supposed to have.
Maybe
I believe
Kaida
there's
should
a
learn.
spell for that.
I'm going to be learning in the demiplane. I'll be conjuring up a version of the Spelljammer and trying to fly it around.
I guess Kaida should learn how to drive a ship.
2 weeks
Come
into the
back.
Dragon Hunters, he's set on parole from piloting ships ever. They just say, no, we've seen what you've done.
He goes through like 10k gold on just ship costs.
Hey, what can I say? A better dragon hunter than ship captain.
Maybe he's learned his lesson.
Oh no, I'm still gonna try.
Shortly after leaving the planet, Halifax and crew were assaulted by an astral dreadnought. They did not survive.
Yeah, but we all know Uthix is going to attempt to grapple it.
Yeah.
I think he technically
infinite.
can.
He can grapple the main part of it, but astral dreadnoughts are technically infinite. Also, I'm pretty sure we won't be flying through the astral. We might be. I don't know how space works that well in D&D, but
We would actually be still flying. The ship would have a gravity plane on it that would literally keep us centered on the ship.
yeah.
Whole
I
rule
think
book.
Did you mean would you be passing through the astral plane?
Yep.
I don't believe so.
It's okay. The astral plane doesn't actually exist. Which isn't even actually a joke. Oh, Chopper, you weren't in here when I made this offer earlier. Do you use Spotify and not have Spotify Premium? Because I have another slot on my premium plan.
I have used Spotify. I don't generally though because I have YouTube Premium and haven't used my car in a while.
That's fair.
That's what I use Spotify on.
Oh.
But I was always on Austin's Spotify. It was very convenient because if I was giving a demo of my sound system, I would just tell Austin to play sound.
I figured I would offer it to the people in here because these are the people I like the most. So
He pretends he likes us.
listen, you ain't gotta let them know that. Why wouldn't I like you? None of you are real. You're just figments of my imagination as I slowly go insane. That's why I don't take my medication. I just thought of something else. Anna, are you still here?
I am.
Okay. For that idea I was having for the roguelike campaign, it might be a good idea for you as well because if you're available to, because it'd help you get more used to combat.
That would be interesting, but I am gonna be busy for a whole month.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too. But
Yep, Anna and Monkey are both gonna be busy.
they're flaking on it. God, I hope we don't have to do a schedule change. We've been on this schedule for like 3 or 4 years. There's no fucking shot we can change.
The game's no longer on
What do you mean
Thursday.
we have to not be Thursdays?
Fuck you, Cameron.
What are you mad about, bitch?
Oh, so you know what I found for shit. One moment. Battle.net wanted to update for beyond level 20. You have supernatural gifts which come in the form of blessing, which have 1, 2, 3, 7 different effects. Either increase your constitution by 2, a +1 to AC and saves.
Well, one of the big benefits of this is it would be entirely speed based. So you would go through, like the quicker you guys go through it, the quicker you're going to be getting golden experience. After each thing, all charges and everything, it basically counts as a long rest after each one.
Golden experience.
Looks like there are 7 charms that you can get.
The other interesting part about it is you're going to have party members probably at a different level because you get gold that you can spend on either levels.
Like periods where we have to reserve our shit, or is it just going to be dump everything, reset, and go again?
Nope, that's up to you guys. Any gold you don't spend stays in your inventory.
I think he means like class-related resources.
Here it is for epic.
There might be some. So basically, it's going to be set up across arenas. Some arenas may have more than one fight. So it will be up to you guys for like strategy and things like that.
Interesting.
But it's also going to be interesting because, like I said, you might have players at different levels because you buy your levels. So
Can y'all hear me?
yes, can.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, Fob, to answer your question, you guys will occasionally be having more than one fight in an area. It might be one big fight, it might be lots of little fights. It could be 100 skeletons.
So,
Wait.
Alright, one of you two motherfuckers finish your goddamn thought.
for epic boons, it's effectively every base rules every 30,000 experience over 20, you get an epic boon, and there are like 27 of them. Or no, not 27, 17. Fuck. I can't
Alright,
number.
I will try to look into those, and if it's something that you guys want, if it's something that's consistently coming up, I will look into it and try and get it added.
And
I'm probably gonna end up doing a 1-to-1 for golden experience. Just 1 gold equals 1 point of experience.
So
I don't know if that's the best
instead of them
method,
dropping
but it's-
EXP, they're going to be dropping gold.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if that's the best method, but it's the simplest method I can think of. So.
Just set a price to rarity, half for consumables.
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Shit, now I'm gonna have to make 2 characters.
Again, this is going to appeal to some people a lot more than others. If you're not heavily into combat, it might not be for you. Or you might just want to take a break.
Can I offer a suggestion? Because this may have less players.
Absolutely.
You should let us run 2s.
You guys want to run 2 characters? Sure. I don't have a problem with that. There will be options to resurrect players for cash, but if not, then you just bring in an at-level character. Or, well, you bring in a character who gets the gold.
So, on a completely different related note, I open my notes, and the first line I see is summoning radiation with cream cheese.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is the context?
There's nothing else written down on this paper.
What did you say?
Summoning radiation with cream cheese.
Tell me more.
I'm intrigued.
Explain.
I have no explanation. I don't know when I wrote this. I don't know what I was doing.
Bro, that had to be like a 3 a.m. middle of the night, woke up from a dream type write down. What the fuck?
Then something about sesame and butter.
Bro, were you just making a damn shopping list?
I feel like you were writing a recipe, but at some point your brain was just like, okay, but is this a spell that I can cast?
Guys, my application to an insane asylum got denied. Somehow.
I don't know why. Yeah, no, I think running multiple characters, I'd be fine with that.
You should have put us down as references.
Why do you need to be in an insane asylum? Well, I associate with these fuckers. Yeah, bring them in too.
Yeah, I already told Bronkus his application for the insane asylum. I had to refuse that, for he is perfectly sane. However, should this message alarm him, to call again.
Well, looks like we're calling again.
You know, I think I'm just going to go ahead and head out. I'll chat with y'all later.
Alright, monkey.
Ciao.
Monkey.
Monkey.
God, that just caught me so off guard. I don't know why I found that so funny.
I'm intrigued. I want to know.
I want to know what that had to be a wake up at 3 a.m. and just writing some shit down.
I like how you worded it too. How to summon radiation with cream cheese.
Yeah, that is the list of epic boons, and note some of them can be well, that's not the limited list. You can talk to your GM about furthers, but I feel for this campaign, just use the base list.
I did have another thought of something I might add, which is buyable feats, but I don't know how I'd price those, because some feats are incredible and some are kind of...
Do them like
feet.
the boons past level 20 if we get a character to level 20 and past. Then just do it every so much experience. Like boons say every 30,000 above, so
I don't know. I'll figure out feats. I will iron out more of this since it sounds like there might be people interested in doing it. So I will iron out more of this and probably get the details written down somewhere.
otherwise, if we have a month before next proper campaign, I may actually be able to get character art for the next character.
Undead Gunslinger.
It's for Chopper's campaign, right?
I don't remember. Is it Chopper's campaign or the Wild West campaign?
Chopper's already running the campaign.
I believe we're running the Wild West campaign next.
Yes.
Chopper's currently running. How is your campaign going, Chopper? Did you guys start?
We have not yet.
Oh.
You have not yet. You're running.
Kill them.
You're running a module.
Fendelver.
Yep, Fendelver.
Lost Mines of Fandelver.
Yeah.
That's going to be kind of short. Short and sweet.
Short women are never sweet. They're goddamn demons.
Don't say anything about women.
I was gonna say, I was like, you didn't say anything about women.
No, but I'm making the point anyway.
He's talking about himself.
Yeah. You just don't like short women because you have to literally snap your back in half to bend down to them.
Precisely.
I mean, that's only if you're trying to not bully them by like putting your arm on their head.
That's when they try to fucking bite you, though. Anyway, tall women supremacy, which fucking sucks because I'm 6'3", so they don't exist. But Fishy, why are you perpetually typing?
Because I have a thing where I have to press my button to speak because it's push to talk.
Oh, I thought it was a cat on the keyboard. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
Or
no.
those.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
find
ironic
the
you
stuff
said
that's
something.
testing?
You know what?
For my character, are you fine with stuff that's in testing?
In testing.
Yeah, subclass.
Thought you were just the storm cleric.
That was a joke. I don't want to bring Seath into it.
I don't get how women wear those heels and still walk functionally. It doesn't make sense.
What are you talking about, Broncos?
Arthos is doing something new next week.
Yeah, I wanted to break the monotony of my own campaign for a week.
So I convinced him to try crack.
I'm doing a COD Zombies style of what is it? Just one shot.
I want to make a Path of the Giant Barbarian.
You send me to homebrew. Pretty sure Grim had already. I just want to read through it once.
I don't think it's homebrew. I think it's
Or
I don't know what the term for it is called, but yeah.
Chopper. Is Chopper still
died.
here?
Unearthed Arcana. I'll look at it.
Relatively here.
I was gonna say your build was Unearthed Arcana, right? That wasn't homebrew.
What was?
Storm Giant, or whatever it was.
No, that was homebrew.
Oh, that was homebrew. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there is one
Which
that
is why it vanished on me.
there is one that's Unearthed Arcana now.
Yeah, it's different from what I was looking at, though.
But if you're going with the Unearthed Arcana one, I might allow it.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to copy and paste all the abilities though.
Just remember level 5, and I'm. Did you get the link?
don't think I did. That's a good
It
point.
is in my Roll20, or not Roll20. Fuck, in my server.
I thought you were gonna just make a new map.
Nope, because I have too much shit on that one anyway.
It's just called Zombies with a random background picture.
Yep. The Roll20 self-generated picture.
It looks so peaceful, but it's zombies.
Anna, would you like to learn how to payday? Since we are no longer busy?
I'll join
Right
you.
now?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
If I
Alright,
join,
guys.
One
Oh,
moment.
fuck, I don't have it downloaded.
Feel free, Pub. Oh boy.
oh
It's actually
my
kind of
God.
small. So that's it, you guys. D&D campaign, I
Anna,
suppose.
this is why I bully you.
Sorry,
off.
Grim.
No. It's sandbox campaign. It ends one of two ways. It putters out, or everybody
everybody dies.
dies.
Yeah, no, you sounded almost sad for a moment though. I was worried we'd upset you.
No,
Mm-mm.
no.
Did you see my
Oh, wait.
final ending to your campaign?
I didn't know. Did you say Anna or Grim?
Grim.
No, Sirzith. I may have misheard him.
No, it sounded for a moment like you were sad, and I was worried we had upset you by ending the campaign.
No. Okay. That's what I thought you said. But no,
Everyone's worried about somebody.
I'm the one who brought it up because like, well, I mean, we can go on the next adventure, but it just feels like with John leaving, this is as good a point as any.
Yep.
And I'm gonna take a couple weeks off.
I don't blame you. That's a good
At least
idea.
1 week off. If you start running that thing for a little bit, Sirzith, actually, that does sound like fun to try.
I'll run it for whoever's here. It's not because like anybody can show up at any time for it. Like okay, you got in at this point. I'm gonna slap you with the average gold they'd have at this point, and we're gonna move on. You can join mid-session because it's not story driven.
But yeah,
It quite literally is going to be Risk of Rain. Be like, here, you have this amount of gold. You got to wait to use the shop till everybody else is in the shop. Good luck.
Well, no, I'd let you buy us starting items. Otherwise, you're gonna be sending a level 12 with no equipment into a fight, and he's probably gonna die.
Yeah, I think that would be funny.
Yeah, I figure for some people like Chopper or Orthos, where they like coming up with these weird fucking builds, it'll be great because you can test them.
for the other people who want to try Cameron's idea, do you guys like the idea of running twos? If we have less players?
I could. Well, that's the thing. We can leave it as an option, and those who want to do it can, and those who don't want to do it. So everything will be tracked separately for each of the characters. They won't share loot at all, but
Hey, Graham.
he died.
Yes,
Bob,
Broncos.
sorry.
Do you see my ending to your campaign?
I did not. What did you put?
You said you all have been constantly stalked by somebody who randomly joins the Discord to listen in, and he is your final fight.
Oh, that's fine. Gravity surge.
I'm pretty sure he would die. In fact, Broncos, I could probably let you roll up a level 20 character, and the party would take you out.
Probably. It would still be fun.
I respect that. It's
He
just the
can make a
problem.
level 20 lich. This party would still kick its ass.
Does that offer extend to me?
It's like, no, it does not.
No.
Bring in Neb.
No.
Chopper,
Bring
I
in
feel like
Neb. He's the only way Alifax will get to use his spells.
you could bring in a character that is half the level of the
Neb
rest
has
of the party.
counterspell.
Yeah, but that won't be in range because I'll have to get past a mile of skeletons and then die because I have an 11 AC. At that point, it's not even about AC. It's about dodging. It's about, like, a dexterity save to not get hit by the wall of arrows coming at me.
Yeah. I'm excited for the next campaign.
So, do you do level 1 feats?
Which one of us?
This is all level 5 for this camp or this one shot.
Yeah, but he needs to know if he's getting an extra feat at level 1.
Extra feet at level 1? No.
That's a Grim homebrew thing.
Yep, I
Okay.
add it to all my games, but that's because I'm derivative.
We'll have
I
one because
did
of
a
human variant.
free common magic item at the beginning of my campaign proper. This is no feat at level 1. This is you get bare bones basic equipment. See how long you survive.
I should also specify for most of the for most of that campaign, I'll probably still keep level 1 feat, but most of the leveling is going to be as standard. You'll start at level 1 and we'll just go from there. And it'll just be base class equipment or class wealth if you choose it, because that gold will carry over. I'll get more defined rules physically written up at some point.
If we take
So you guys
starting wealth, can we buy a level right off the bat rip?
Yeah, no. You guys can do that.
The barbarian's gonna have a huge advantage.
I can't pick the variant human. since you
Possibly,
don't-
but also you could also have a wizard that just doesn't buy my items and just dunks all their levels straight or all their money straight into levels.
This will be interesting. So I assume we're not
See
starting
how-
that next week.
No, I think this will take me a little bit to actually.
So next
Like-
next week there is no session.
Yeah. Because I'll probably be ironing out details of this and talking to people to get feedback.
Yeah.
Like Grim, Chopper, Fishy, John, fucking everybody, all of you.
I don't need to
Because at this
find
point,
out.
you all approach things with a different modem of thought.
Yeah, that's the fucking truth.
But that different
I'll be right
method
back.
of thought is incredibly important for this kind of thing, though, because you'll all have a random weird fucking thought on how to improve something or how something could be a problem. Some of it logical, some of it illogical. Who knows?
Penis.
And then there's Fishy.
I'll be honest, I just use the buckshot method. I'll hit a good idea eventually.
That's accuracy by volume of fire. That's different.
Eh,
That's how I play Payday.
I mean, does it not work?
Fob, if you want to join us for Payday, you are welcome to. The first heist or two are going to be stealth heists just to get her experience, so that she can actually start putting together a build.
If she ever downloads it.
That is the question. I don't know how big the game's going to be for her. I think it's like 80 gigs because the new heists.
Is there a set roll, or are we rolling for stat?
Probably going to go with roll for stats, to be honest.
Orthos.
Haven't decided
Oh.
yet.
You're asking him.
Breh.
I'm
I don't know, you
head
guys
out
think-
for the night.
See you, Fishy.
I mean, it does help for you too. So
I mean, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm wondering if I should do a standard array for that, or if I should do a roll for stats. I might do standard array so that everybody has the same base level.
Yeah, if you do roll for stats, I want to roll my stats and make a character based off of the roll.
That's also
Actually-
yeah, no, that's fine. That's what I was also thinking. Is you guys could roll your stats, and that could give even more freedom of creativity.
Actually, here's one thing, Grim. What was your idea for the next campaign stats?
Which campaign? The thing that I'm talking about, or
Can you
Grim's
guys hear me
campaign.
now? There we go.
hi,
yeah.
Grim.
Hi. Stats for the next campaign. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I honestly assumed you were going to be going with your standard array that you use.
I heard of a 2d6 plus 6 method.
I was talking about that one a while ago, which did seem interesting. The problem with rolling stats is there's always a chance for someone to get low stats.
Yep.
Let me
So
look
I'm
up.
thinking I'm going to do a standard array for the, and a standard array will just really clean up having to add in a new character.
you could do.
So I'm probably going to do a standard array for that.
You do what? Oh, what's his? Sodorn did.
What's
He
that?
rolled. We rolled for stats, but he gave us 2 free re-rolls, I believe it was. Either 2 or 1, I can't remember. I believe it was 2 though. Wait. No, that wasn't Sodorn at all. I'm an idiot. That was another campaign I was trying to
I mean, with the 2d6 plus 6, the average dice roll is 13, apparently.
That adds up.
I don't know. What do you guys feel like? I mean, standard array gives you guys all the same starting point.
I kind of like the idea of standard array, honestly.
I do know.
I've just
like
returned.
Welcome back,
Somewhat.
Joker. We're talking about what method I should use for the next campaign's stats.
Well,
Everybody dies.
There's my standard array. There's rolling for stats. Orthos brought up I had talked about the possibility of trying rolling for stats with 2d6 plus 6, which is an average of 13.
3.5 point buy system.
You know, it's not
I've
a
heard about
terrible
0.5.
idea.
Is 3.5? How is? Well, I assume it is, but how is 3.5 work? I assume it's different than 5e.
Hold on.
I know 5e you're currently capped off at 15 for points. Like
So
level
yeah,
for-
they kind of fundamentally changed the point buy system. Oh god, this page is painfully white, but
racist.
just you wait. Hold on. Where's Fallen? Here, I'll drop it and oh, there's Fallen. Okay. Enjoy.
Moment.
no.
I tried to open the website and it was the website I was already on. The question is, how many points would I give?
So that's the thing about 3.5 point buy is there's the default, which was 25 points or something like that. But the beauty of it is you can literally just assign a number of points based on the strength of the characters you want to have.
So if I said 32, Chopper, tell me what kind of stats you would be looking at if I gave you 32.
Let's see here. We'll assume I was trying to make if I was trying to make a decent wizard here.
I just want to see, like, 32 is a random number. I just want to see what kind of power you can pull out of it.
All right, so I'd have an 8 in strength, 13 in dex, 16 in con, 17 in int, 10 in wisdom, 10 in charisma. Probably drop the charisma down if I wanted to. I didn't want to have a negative in any of the mental faculties.
Do you think 32 would be enough points for a decent start off?
Yeah.
Sounds like good
So
use.
the whole system, literally, the higher you want your base stats to be, the more points it's going to cost.
Yeah.
Like, if you're at, all 8s, you take an 18, that's 16 points right there. So you could use 32 with 2 18s, and then you'd have 4 8s.
So 32 sounds like a good number then for me, in my opinion.
Honestly, yeah.
Whereas if you wanted to go like much more diversified, you could have a pretty even set of stats.
I think you get about a 13 to a 14 across the board if I'm doing my math right.
Yeah, it'd be about it'd be mostly 13s with a couple of 14s if you wanted to go for like perfectly even.
Yeah.
Either way, though,
It doesn't balance that page.
The joy of the system is that you have that freedom to just throw the points in wherever works for you.
I think 32 will work out real well then. It sounds like it does. From the numbers you guys are giving me back, it sounds about right.
I know what my main skills are going to be. I'm going to be intelligence and dex.
Because it sounds like
Should a
somebody,
skeleton-
somebody could dump 2 18s and take the rest as 8s. Is that what I'm hearing, Chopper?
Yes, yes. If they dumped 2 18s, they'd be exactly at 32, and then it'd be the rest are 8s. But if you needed 2 stats to be really fucking high, you could do that.
This sounds like it'd be fun with 32 points. Because I know somebody's going to do it.
What, dump
Like,
to
I
it?
don't know,
Yeah, I know who's
I
going to do
enjoy
it.
that point buy system better than the 5th edition point buy.
Yeah, I don't like that it's capped out at 15 on 5th edition. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Is Quaid still
Plus,
here?
this is
Is he? I don't know.
Yeah.
you said yeah.
Yeah? Are you going to be the one to pick 2 18s and dump the rest in the 8s?
No, I am.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Quaid. Oh, I'll be honest with
No,
you.
It's going to be everybody. We're all just going to pick 2 18s.
That's the thing. It fits my character well to do that. I'm a skeleton. I'm obviously not very constitution heavy. Wisdom, I'm literally making things that fucking explode and firing them with my left hand because if that hand gets blown off, it's fine. My charisma, I'm a skeleton. My strength, again, I'm a skeleton. I have no muscle structure.
So can I just tell you one thing about the undead, though? They're fucking hard to put down forever, so...
Yeah. But that's not
Iconic.
necessarily based off of constitution.
Yeah.
I mean, it is for for zombies, but...
Well...
Yeah, it's also a system that I'm familiar with because it's the same stat system used in the Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars games.
I think we'll use the... I like that idea, Chopper, the 3.5 point buy. That's what we're going to use. 32 points. See what you guys bring to me.
Yeah,
that
it's
means
a
I can
system.
start making my character tonight.
It's a system I really enjoy because if you want your characters to be stronger, you just bump up the number of points you get